Well, good morning, all of you. Today we'll discuss about the term work and the communication concepts, which will require more understanding about how the organization work and what are the concepts they are deal with the current scenario. So, am I audible to you people? Am I audible to you? Yes. Whether my voice is clear to you people? Well, okay, thank you. So let's start today's lecture. Let me present my screen. Yes, can you see my presentation? Yes, can you able to see my presentation? The slides? Are you able to see it? Well, okay. Let's start with the today's lecture now. So, as we know, that is the teamwork and the communication. These are the more important concepts in the organizations. Once you build the team, then there are the certain conditions or the certain parameters they need to fulfill so that the organization will grow and there will not having any kind of problems or any kind of issues to run the organization. So today we'll discuss about the concepts related to teamwork and the communication. So first we'll start with the teamwork. So what teamwork will going to be considered here? So many of the organizations or the companies, they will grow as their team members or their employees are going to be increasing, the large number of production is going to be increased, then automatically the increasing the employability or the employee within the organizations, and which will leads the more complexity within the organizations. And to sort out this kind of complexities, the organization has to divide the part. We may say that is it going to be divided into the certain sections, or may say certain parts, so that everyone will have their task to define or to task that has to be done. So once the company will grow, or it may having grows with the larger productions, or they're having the different kinds of products will be there, then the complexity will going to be increased within the organization. And to sort out that complexity, sort out that issues, there should be having the partition within the team. There will be have the partition within the organizations, that we can say that is hierarchical organization structure that has to be built and manage the increasingly large organization size. So obviously, if you divide the functionality, if you divide the task within the organization, then the organization functions, the organization's work will go smoothly and everyone will know its responsibilities, roles, so that the organization will grow and it will going to be give more benefits to the organizations. Okay, so next thing is that if you if you did the hierarchical organization structure, then what will happen here is that the technical complexity of the product and the specialization that evolves to master this complexity. So once you did the hierarchical representation within your organizations, obviously the technical complexity will be there of that product will be sought out, as we have divided the employees within the section, within the parts. So particular section or the particular part of that employee will work on the will focus on a particular product, the particular object, and they will more specialized. They will know about what kind of things are going to be involved to develop a certain kinds of a product. So they will get mastery within that complexity, and that will be get benefit to the organizations, so that any kind of such kind of product if will comes in the future, they will work on that, because already they have been worked such kind of complex product, so they will easily identify what kind of product it is and what things are needed to fulfill the productivity of the design or the productivity of that product. So because of that, the technical team will going to be built, and which will resolve the complexity within the product. So another factor that will occur in the organizational growth is the geographic dispersion of the peoples and the functional departments. Means the geographical representation or the geographical conditions, if you taken place, if you consider about them, then it will automatically give the benefit for the organizational growth, and will have the functional department also which will work on that, and which will give the better idea about what kind of things which are required to build, to develop, to design one of the product, one of the design, so that the end user, or may say the customer who has the requirement about that product, will fulfill their requirement, and according to that we can able to build our product. If you see this picture, you will find that the teamwork, if you involve within the teamwork, obviously it should have a certain kinds of visions, and there the growth will depend on your goals and the vision of the company. According to that, you should cooperate with your colleagues, cooperate with your employees within the organization, within the company, and with the visions, with the goals in your mind, you can achieve the success. That will be the important things which we have in the teamwork. So are you getting this one? Yes, have you understood about the teamwork? Yes, is there any doubts regarding about the teamwork? Well, okay. So I will go further within this. What about others? Someone has said it is yes. Is there any problem? Is there any issues? Have you understood about the teamwork? Teamwork actually does is that whenever the product it comes to the organizations, they need to, yes, okay, they need to have communication, they need to have brainstorming session on that products, and whenever the company size is going to be increased, is directly proportional to that, directly proportional to the increasing the number of the products, increasing the demand of the product, automatically increase the organization size. And to reduce the burden within the organizations, we need to segregate them within the parts. We need to have the hierarchical organization within the company, so that the portion or the part of your work will be divided within the within the certain teams, and they will work on that, and they will leads. They have the expertise within that, and they will come up with the different kinds of products as per the requirement of your organizations. Okay. Let's move further within this. Next within the teamwork is the factors inhibits many of the informal relationship that previously provide effective effective communication and coordination between the functional disciplines. So as I told you, that is, if the growth of the company is depend on the communication, on the coordination between the peoples who are working within the organizations. And the coordinations is important here. What the coordination is here is that many of the companies are there who are work within the partnership of the different organizations, so that whenever the needs of that partners, or whenever we have the requirement of the end user, according to that we need to coordinate with them, and according to their needs we need to develop our product, or we need to develop our design. and that what we can say that informal relations in the sense of is that you should have the understanding between your partner or your end user what kind of requirement they have. If after once they have submitted the documents for their product, even though after few months or after the few weeks the customer says that this kind of change we required within our products, so we should not wait for their documentations. Formalities has to be done, and that should be sent to the organizations. That do not wait for that such kind of things. If the customer need is has been changed after few months or after few weeks, then also we need to able to cope with that, and we need to provide as per the requirement of their design. So that what we call it is an informal relationship. Informal relationship, there should not be having certain kinds of will should not wait for their rules and regulations, as we need to make a bond within our customer. So we need to understand their needs, and according to that we need to develop, or according to that we need to create our design. Okay, that is what informal communication will be required. And along with that, the effective communications is going to be required, and we have the coordination, as I told you about what the coordination have in the organizations. Apart from that, hierarchical organization structure with the enterprise activities directed by functional managers becomes incapable of coordinating the many steps to provide effective early involvement and the parallel design. So what happened here is that, as I told you, that is there should be having a segregation within the employees. Segregation in the sense of we need to divide our employees. That is we need to create hierarchical representation in the organization. If you did that one, what will happen that every activities will going to be have different functionalities will be assigned to that manager, and it will be incapable to the coordinating for the many steps that will be provide the effective early improvement, and the it will going to be have the involvement of all the employees within that. So what is going to be said that effective early involvement, how it is going to be happen once you have the defined functionalities within the organizations, then they will give the idea about what kind of things which are required, what kind of possibilities are there to defining certain kinds of product, and they will need to design different kinds of products in a parallel way, so that they will communicate if they have a number of components are there, and that components are going to be assembled within each others. So we need to have the communication within the all the components, the developers which are working on that component, so they have the communication in between them, so that parallel designing should be happen. If certain kinds of issue will be there, then they will going to be communicate with each others, and they will going to be resolve it as early as possible. That is what it says. The early involvement should be there, so that the products at the end of the product will not going to be find any difficulties to assemble that product within the assembly of the product will not have any problem within that. So this is all about the teamwork is there, and now we're going to be discussed about what are the parameters, what are the things, what are the different conditions, different parts which are involved within the teamwork. So have you understood about the teamwork here? Yes, have you understood about the teamwork? Yes, I think more than 40 students within this lecture. So I need to know from everyone that you have been understood about it, so that I can proceed further with the next point about the teamwork. Yes, if you have any kind of doubt, please put in the chat box, or you can unmute your mic and let me know about it, so that we'll have a discussion on that. If you have any issues, if you have any problem related to any of the point. Okay, so let me continue with the next thing within this. Next, as I told you, that is teamwork is not have only one part. They are having the different parts or the different types which are going to be involved within the teamwork. So the first thing is collection. So first thing is what we are going to discuss here is a collection. So what actual mean by the collection over here? That we are going to be discussing over here. So when the term is formed, it is extremely valuable to collect the team into the project area. So what the collection actually involves here is that we need to form, or we can say that the team who is working on particular product, we need to take them to the project area, or we can say we need to show them actually which product they are building it and where it is going to be utilized. So if they have the perspective of what they are building or what they are designing, and that component or that product which they have been designing, where it is going to be utilized, if they have the clear picture in their mind, then it will be easy for a developer, or it will be easy for a designer to understand the small aspects of that component, small aspects which are required to design for that particular component. So it is extremely valuable. So it is important that we need to take them to the project area where actually that component is going to be utilized. Actually that product will going to be utilized. So it is important to take the team to the project area. Along with that, this is the physical proximity of the team members will provide a number of benefit. So what will happen if you take them physically to the project area? The team members will get number of benefits is that they will understand about what the product is there, and if they are designing that product, where it is going to be utilized, and if the product is going to be utilized in certain areas, and if they are going to be that product designing will going to be assembled within the particular machines, then what products they are going to be building it, what they are going to be achieving it, they will come to know about it. So these are the number of things which will give the idea if you take the team members to the project area. And along with that, it will allow interpersonal relationship to develop more quickly, leading to the more effective and timely communication of the information. So interpersonal relationship in the sense of what will happen once the team member visit to the project area, where the employees which are working on that machines, so they will have the interaction with the workers, and they will come to know about how that machine is work, and what will be the product they are going to be developing from that machines. So they will understand about the basic concepts about that machines, so that interpersonal relationship will going to be increased with the company members or with the organizations for whom they are going to be designing their products. And it will having because of that, what will going to be happen, there will be the more effectiveness, and there might be more communication will happen, the exchanging of information will happen, and they will come to know about different kinds of pros and the cons if they are going to be designing, if they are going to be developing any of such a kind of products within their organizations. So there might be having because of that, what will happen is that because of their exchanging of the communications, the designer or the developer will come to know about what the basic things which are required to designing of a particular product. Okay, so this is all things about we can say about the collection is that. Apart from that, within the collections, uh, this proximity will provide a greater opportunity for feedback and discussions of the large of the design requirements and the design issues. So what will happen here is that once you go into the project area, there you discussed different issues or the different things within uh, the end user, we may say that it's customer, and the peoples who is developing that product, they will have different kinds of communication will be there, and because of that communication they will get different kinds of opportunities from their feedback and their discussions, and which will leads you to find out different kinds of design requirements and different kinds of design issues they are going to be facing if they are going to be develop any kind of a product. So that will be get the benefit is that once you get the feedback from the end user, from the customer, so it will easy for a developer, for it will easy for a designer to understand about the what kind of issues will going to be have within the design, what kind of designing issues are there in the product, and what kind of design requirements are there, so that according to that requirement and design issue, he will have the conceptualization in their mind, and according to that he will going to be design about their product. Apart from that, there might be having a certain facilities which are not provided within the organizations, even though if they have the team, if they are coordinating within them, and they are having results once they are designing their product, if they get the result of their products, they will not going to be depend, or they will not going to be demanding about infrastructure requirement. Why it is? Because they are having the understanding about their company, they are having the understanding between their team members, they are having the understanding between their organizations, so they will not going to be demanding it, or may say that is they will not having they will have the less demanding for their infrastructure requirement. Maybe suppose they will not have the documentation distribution will be there, they will not have the meeting rooms requirement, local area network, workstations, or the software requirement. Means these are the certain things which are required in the organization to go with designing of products, even though if they are not fulfill such kind of requirement, and if they have proper communication with the organizations, they will understand the organizations needs, and they will not going to be demand about such kind of things, even though they will not provide basic requirement such as the network, or maybe having a certain kinds of meeting separate meeting rooms will be there, even though they will going to manage their meetings, and they will not have they will not going to be demanding about special workstation should be required to testing of their product, whether that product has been created properly or not. So for that, if they not have the workstation, even though they will not going to be cope up with that, if they are even though if they not have a software requirement, basic software requirement will make, we can say, even though this will not going to be happen in the organization if the organization is a large scale organization, but in the small scale organization, I think they will going to be provide the basic need or the basic software is as per the requirement of your designing purpose. You may say that is if you don't have the Fusion 360, even though they can work on CAD CAM also. So this is what the basic need of your software they will provide it. So the developer will not going to be demand about I need only the Fusion 360 or I need only Autodesk, so that I will work on that and I will provide the design of my product. Such kind of things will not going to be happen if the proper communication, if the proper understanding of developer and the organization is having, then the company will work, the company will grow, and that will be, we can say, this is one of the collection part which is going to be required. And finally, what we can say, the more rapid response to issues and uh, enable process and the task to be streamlined. Means once they have understanding of their developers, the team members and the organizations, then they'll have the rapid responses if they have certain kinds of issue will be there, and they will enable, or they will going to be able to produce, or they will able to complete their task within the time, and they will come up with the products. Okay, this is all about, we can say about the collections. So basically collection is one thing, is that you need to take your team members to the project area there where the product is going to be utilized, so that the team members will come to know about what the product they are been designing. And once they have the communication with the end user, they will come to know about different kinds of issues, different kinds of requirements, and according to that they will going to be build it, and they will not going to be issue about certain kinds of network problems, or certain kinds of softwares will be there, and automatically they will get the rapid response, and automatically they, within the time limit, they will going to be build their product. Okay, so this is all about your collection. So is there any issues related to this? Yes, have you been understood about the collection? Have you understood about the collections? Yes. Okay, so is there any issues? Is there any point where you stuck, where you find the difficulties you are not understood? Let me know about it, so that I can explain it once again, and everyone will got to know about that concept. Yes, no any doubts? Well, what about others? Have you understood about this? Have you understood about this one? Yes, okay, okay. Then let me continue with the next point within this teamwork. So the next point is the team leader. Yes, this is one of the important aspects, important point in the teamwork. One has to design, one has to define who will be the team leader, because the team leader will have the responsibility, will take the responsibility to build and to guide the members within the team, and he will provide you, or he will uh, get back to you with all the issues you have, and he will the point single point of contact which will leads you to the achieve your product. And any kind of issue will be there within the team members, they can ask to the team leader, and he will going to be resolve that issues, or he will uh, interact with the organizations, certain kinds of problems, certain kinds of issues within the team they have, and they will going to be resolved by the team leaders. No, any single member will not going to be interact with the organizations, as the team leader in behalf of all the team members, the team leader will interact with the organizations, or not only the organization, he will going to be interact with the end user, the customer to whom you are going to be developing the product. So we'll discuss about the team leader. If you see the image, you will find that what the team leader is, what is the leadership it means, what the leadership, what is it give the supports to the team members, it act as a one kind of a mentor who will take all the responsibility of the members, who will provide the motivations, he will guides to all the members within the group, he will give you the different kinds of plan how we can achieve our goals, he will put the goals, he will give the visions according to that, and he will make the decision within the team, and he will going to be communicate with all the team members and to come to know about what kind of requirement they have, and according to that he will fulfill their requirements so that they will achieve the success within the design. They will achieve the success of their product. So that is the image you can see here. You will got to know about what the team leader it means, or what will be the leadership. Along with that, not just motivating and just managing all the things, it will also taking the responsibility, taking the decisions, and interacting with the all the team members. Also he has to manage all the things within the team member to get to achieve the success. So we'll discuss about the team leader. So team leader need to be appointed for each team member. So every team should have a team leader. Means in the organizations, as I told you, that is, it should be have a segregation within the organization. Segregation, that means, yeah, as I told you, that there should be having a hierarchy within the organizations, and there might be having a certain kinds of segregation. That means the partition within the employees should be there. So the partition, in the sense of what I am saying here, is that it should be divide the employees within the teams. They're having the different teams will be there. So each team will have a team leader. So what the team leader will be going to be considered here? So the team leader will not going to be considered as a manager. Team leader not a manager of the team. It's important thing is it should not be the manager of a team, but we can say is that the team leader will be a chairman, will be a facilitator, or will be a coach. So we can say the team leader is nothing but one kind of facilitator will be there, or one kind of a coach who will guide you in all aspects of your design. And more importantly is that distinction is important for the team to effectively operate in the balanced and safe self-directed way. Means this is the team leader's role, is that he has to manage all the aspects within the team. He has to operate so that there should be the balance within the team. There should not be having a misunderstanding within the team members. Every team members will know its goal, what they are doing it. So everything has to be clear within the team members' mind, and they will going to be have the self-directed way. Once they have been told about these are the things which they have to build, which they have to be designed. So everyone should have the clear aspects in their mind. Nobody will have confusion in their minds. So it will going to be achieved within the they will going to be achieve their goals. So that should be it should be defined by the team leader. It should be defined by the team leader. So this is all about the team leader is there. So team leader is one kind of a coach who will motivate, who will have the communication with the team members, who will take all the responsibility, who work as a mentor, who motivate you to work in the team members, and who is the single point of contact of all the team members, and he will discuss all the aspects of your problems, all the aspects of your issues while designing any kind of a product. Who is going to be interact with all the members within the team. So is there any doubts regarding with the team leader? Have you understood about this concept, team leader? Yes, have you understood? So this is the second point we are discussing within the teamwork. First one we have discussed as a collection. Second we have discussed as a team leader. So I hope that you have been understood about both the concepts, the collection and the team leader. So is there anything that we want to discuss over here for these two concepts, the collection and the team leader? Have you understood everything? Yes. What about others? Have you understood about this one? Yes. Let me know about this so that I can proceed further within this. Yes. Okay. Okay. Thank you for your reply. Let me continue with the next point within the teamwork. So next point within the teamwork is a planning. In a teamwork, we are going to discussing about the planning. So if you see the image at the right side, you will find that they are having the different kinds of things which are involved within the planning. So what are the things which are going to be involved within the planning? First thing is that we need to know about our goal oriented. Means whenever you are doing any task, any work, any designing, or you are working in any product, your goal orientation means your goal should be fixed. There should not be having any confusion within that. That is what oriented means. What you are doing it, what work you are doing it, there should be having a specific goal within it. That will be the planning. The first thing is that. Then next is pervasive. That means everyone should be everyone should discuss about what the things will going to do it, and according to that they need to work on it. Next thing is, the third thing is what we're having is continuous activity. The continuous activity in the sense of once you define your design, once you define your product, then there will have a continuous discussion. There should have a continuous activity which involves to betterment of your product. You need to have a continuous communication, continuous activity on your product, so that we'll come to know about is there any kind of issue will be there, so that you will going to be take that product and make resolve a certain kinds of issue is there within the product. Next is what we're having, the intellectual process. Intellectual process, in the what we can say, there should be having a brainstorming sessions should be conducted within the members or within the uh, developers who is working on the design. Apart from that, we should have the futuristic, means we should know about what kind of product they are going to be developing and what will be the benefits, what will be the they are going to be achieved in the future. So according to that, they need to design their products. Okay, means what the product we are having in the market. If the such same product you are going to be developing it, so no, there will not be having a demand of their products. You should have a certain kinds of innovative things in your product, so that in the market your products demand will going to be increased. So according to that, that is what it is said, that is futuristic. So you should think about your future, and according to that you need to develop your product. Next one is what is the decision making. Once you understand, once you get the issues, or once you understand about the issues in the development, you should take the decision, and it should be put in front of the organizations and tell them about this kind of issues is there, and we need to take a certain action on that, and that will leads you to take the decision more appropriately, more rapidly, and which will leads you to get the benefits of your product. Okay, and apart from that, what we have is managerial functions. That it means that the functionality within the team members has to be defined. Every team members will have their task, and they need to fulfill their task. That is, we can say we need to manage their functionalities. We need to assign them what kind of task they have to perform it, and what kind of things they need to do while designing their product. So all these aspects, all these things which requires under the planning, which will require under the planning. Okay, once you deal with them, then we can achieve your goals. Apart from that, in the planning, what we need to understand about specifications and the customer requirement, design target, cost, and the schedule. um, Along with all these things, in the planning we should need to know about what kind of specification of the product is there, and what is the need of the customer, who is going to be utilize that product. That also we need to know. What is the target of your designing, what is the cost of our designing, and at within time, what time is going to be required to design the product. All things should be planned before you are starting the designing of your product. Along with that, the information should be provided to the teams by the program manager, or we may say that is management team, and the team must thoroughly review review this requirement and raise any questions or issues before they proceed. It is important one. Before proceeding or before starting developing any design, if you have any kind of issues, any kind of a requirement for your design, you need to raise that query, ask that questions to your manager or your management team, and let them to resolve that issue, let them to give the solution for your problem, solution to your question. Then and once you satisfy with their solution, once if they are providing the requirement as per your issues, and if you satisfy with that, then you can start designing your product. Okay, and once you started the designing of your product, and afterwards you come to know about certain kinds of issues, and if you putting in front of the management, then management obviously they will not going to be entertain you. Why? Because they required, they will simply tell you about that. If you have certain kinds of issue, then why you're not put in front of you before the starting of this design, before the starting of proceeding with this design, why you not put in front of us? They will raise the issue, raise this question in front of you if you putting the issues after the starting of your product. So make sure that if you have any issues, any problems, any questions, you need to put before the starting or designing of the product. That is important. And while the project goal will always be aggressive, that means we need to achieve that. So for that, whatever the things which going to be required, that we need to do it, and it must be buy in to those goals, and the team must buy in, means the team must in a position to fulfill it. Buy in the sense of the team should be in the position to fulfill all these things. Then and then only you can able to proceed to start with your designing. Okay, this is what this is what we are having with the planning. So have you understood about the planning? Have you understood about the planning? We have discussed about the planning in the sense of what kind of requirement is there, what kind of cost will be there, what will be the goal will be there, what the futuristic, who is going to be take the decisions, and what are the continuous activity has to be done, and if they are having certain kinds of issue, that should be put in front of them before starting the designing their products. Okay, so this is all about the planning. So have you understood about the planning? Yes, have you understood about this planning? Yes, somebody is having any questions? Somebody is having any doubts? Is anybody is having any issues related to this? Any point which you have been not understood? Let me know about it. Well, okay. So what about others? Is there any doubts? Yes, is there any doubts? More than 50 students are in this class, in this meeting. Well, okay. If you don't have any kind of doubts, well, thank you for your message. Let me continue with the next within this teamwork. I think we are going to be discussing more on this planning. Let's discuss more thing in the teamwork. So the next concept within the teamwork is team building. So till now, what we have discussed in the teamwork, we have been discussed about collection, team leader, and planning. These are the three concepts, and three concepts which have been discussed within the teamwork. Now we'll discuss about team building. So what team building will going to be have? The team building, the terms which are going to be formed, there will be having organizations, organize the interpersonal dynamics that exist in the efforts to make the team process effective. Here, in the team building, what they are going to be suggesting here is that team building, it may be having a different members which are going to be involved within them. That means they are having the different backgrounds of peoples, different backgrounds of peoples are involved within the team members. So before starting the designing of our product, you need to ask them, you need to uh, normalize them, they need to feel comfortable within the group, within the team. So for the effectiveness of your design, this is important things. So interpersonal dynamics that might be exist within the team, and we need to utilize that interpersonal dynamics of all the team members to fulfill our requirement or to fulfill our design. In the different perspective that the people bring to the team can enhance the vitality and the creativity. Means different perspective in the sense of every member will have their opinions, every members will have their different every members will have their different opinion, different thinking, they are having the different understanding about their product, and they will put in front of all the members, they will have their discussion on it, and they will come to know the at the end they will come to with the conclusion, and that will leads you to have the creativity, that will leads you to give the better understanding of the product and better understanding of their design, and which will create the new aspects within the design, and fulfill which will fulfill and which will achieve their goals within the design. However, the team members need to have or develop a basic orientations towards working in the team environment and towards the group problem solving. So, if all the team members will work with the specific target, with the specific goal, if their target is fixed, their target is clear in their mind, they will work towards that target, and every team environment or the team culture will be there, which will understand everyone's need, and they will solve everyone's problem within the group. And if the members within the group, if they find any difficulties, they will interact with all the members, and they will come up with a different solution for the particular problems, and they will focus, they will achieve their goals within the team. Okay, this is all about the team building is going to be considered. If you see the image over here, the team building will have the goals, the collaboration in the sense of everyone should have the interacted with them, everyone should be supportive. That means everyone need to give the support if they are having, if someone is stuck within the designing issues, they will give the supports, they will give the better idea what the problem is there, they need to solve them. Everyone should be motivated to each others, everyone give the different aspects of motivations, everyone should provide the solution if they have certain kinds of issues. The skills, obviously the skills parameter will not going to be have in everyone is having different kinds of skill, so they should be share their skills, so everyone get know about what kind of things are going to be required. Then it should be having a training, then it should be having a coaching, so which will going to be achieved, because everyone within the team will not going to be have all the knowledge of your content, all the knowledge of your product. So everyone has to interact within them. If they have a different skills, they need to tell to others also, so that the skill building will going to be happen within the team. And if they are required the certain kinds of training, that also we're going to be do it to betterment of your team building. So this is what we can say about team building is there in the teamwork. So I hope that you have been understood about the concept, the team building. So have you got to know about the team building? Yes. Have you understood about the team building? Is anything else that we want to discuss over here? This is the fourth point we are discussing in the teamwork. They are having the different aspects are there in the teamwork. We are discussing one by one. We are discussing one by one. Okay. Let me continue with the next point within this teamwork, and this will be the last, I think so, is that other requirements are there. So we'll discuss about what kind of other requirements are there in the teamwork. So one thing is that effective teams requires a significant investment in the training. This is important one. Significant investment in a training. So what is that? This is one of the important thing. As I in the team building also I have told you about the training. Significant involvement in the investment of the training means all the members within the group, we can't say that everyone is expertise in all the aspects. Few of them are experts, few of them are beginner, or few of them just know about what the concept is. So what we require is that the organization has to provide the training to the peoples who just know about what the concept is, who are the beginner within the concepts. So it is better to provide them a training, and once they complete their training, they can go on their work, they will work on their project, and will going to be achieve the desired goal of the product. So for that purpose, we need to invest in the training of the employee, training of our employees, and this includes the team building training, which will going to be increase the team building training, or team launch workshop, cross functional training, training in the various integrated product development techniques, minimal technical training to allow non-technical members, okay, to effectively participate in the product and the process design. Not even as I told you about that, the training should be required for the beginners within the organization or within the team. So training will not going to be considered only for members. It also requires the training for the non-technical members within the organization also to participate in the process design and the product development. Along with that, we should give the cross-functional training. Cross-functional training in the sense of other software which are required to build your design. Cross-sectional in the sense of, we can say, interpersonal, communication skill should be there, which will going to be interact with the other partners, okay, if they are going to be building any design. So cross functional training, where we can say interdisciplinary training should be provided, so that who is working on one platform, he should know about other platforms knowledge also, so that he will going to be understand the needs of other platform, and according to that he will going to able, or he will able to construct, he will able to design such kind of product. Okay, so that is what cross-functional training. And apart from that, the development techniques and the minimal technique training is going to be given, has to give, has to provide to the non-technical persons, non-technical employee or the members within the organization to fulfill, to achieve the goals and the product designing of our company, and which will leads you that the betterment of your organization and understanding of our end users, which will leads to fulfill the needs of the end user or the customer to whom they are developing their design. Okay, so this is all about the other requirement in the teamwork. So is there any doubts? Have you understood about this one? Have you understood about other requirements in the teamwork? Yes, have you understood about this one? Yes. Okay. Okay, so what we have discussed within this lecture, let me rewind all these things. We have been discussed about the teamwork. So we have discussed about what is the teamwork, what is going to be required in the teamwork, how the teamwork is going to be achieved in the organizations, the productivity is going to be increased, the increasing the growth of the organizations, and which will lead to the complexity. For to reduce that complexity, we need to segregate all the members within the group, and which will have the coordination within them. Then in the teamwork, we have been discussed about the collections. What the collection is, that we need to take all the members in the work area within which they have been designing their products, and they will have the effective communication. They need to take the feedback, and we need to find out what kind of design requirements are there, issues are there. Even though they will not have uh, smart softwares are there, advanced software also there, the meeting rooms also not there, but if they are self motivated, if they understand about the organizations, they can fulfill the needs of the product, and they will give the within the timeline they will provide, or they will build the designing. Next, what we have the team leaders. In the team leaders, every team should have the team leader. Let's have the the betterment of the team. Every team has the team leader, which will guides, which will motivates, which will plan according to the, which will act as a mentor, which will have the intermediator between the teams and the managers. Next one, we have discussed about the planning. So in the planning, we first thing is that we need to have the know about the requirement of your design, and if there are any issues there, then before the starting of their designing, they need to put in front of the manager, in front of the management. Then next is the team building. So once the team building is going to be important, because there are the different background peoples are in the team members, so they need to collaborate them, need to support them, then they provide the solution, then they have the different perspective about their products, which will leads you to have the creativity within the products. And the next last one is what we have the other requirements. In the other requirements, we require the training, we require the workshops, not only for members within the group, those who are a non-technical member also there, for that we require the training. So all these things about the teamwork we have discussed. In the teamwork, collections, team leaders, then we have been discussed about the team building and the other requirements. I hope you have been understood about the teamwork. So is there any problem that we are not understood? Have you understood all the concepts? Yes, have you understood all the concepts within the teamwork? Yes, what about others? What about others? More than 50 students in this class. So have you understood about this one? Yes, is there any doubts regarding with this? Let me know about it so that I can explain it once again. I think the time has over. Okay, no doubts, no problems. Okay. So today we'll stop here itself, and I hope that you have been understood. If you find any difficulties, any issues, any problems related to these concepts, you can message me, or you can put in the chat box, so that I will come to you and explain you about the answer. Okay, so today we'll stop here itself, and in the next lectures we're going to discuss about the next point within this unit. Okay, so okay, we'll stop here. Already the time has been over for this lectures, so we'll stop here. You can put your roll numbers in the chat box so that I can take your attendance. Put roll number at once, don't put two times, and we'll stop here. And well, you can put your roll numbers in the chat box, and you can leave the class to attend the next lecture. Okay, thank you for attending the class.